Hi, my name is Anisha binti Nur Azmi from batch 31B. I will present about what is natural disaster. A natural disaster is defined as a sudden, destructive event that happens due to natural force. These forces can include earthquake, flood, hurricane, tsunami, volcanic eruption, drought, and wildfire. What makes them dangerous is that they are usually occur without warning, and people often do not have enough time to prepare. The impact of natural disasters are very serious and wide-reaching. For humans, they can cause the loss of life, severe injuries, displacement, homelessness, and lasting trauma. For infrastructure, disaster can destroy important facilities such as roads, schools, hospitals, and even entire community. When this happens, it disrupts daily life, slows down economic development, and makes recovery very challenging. In short, natural disaster remind us how powerful nature can be and why is it important for society to have safe measure, awareness, and preparedness in order to reduce the damage. Okay, that's all from me. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Sundaya Emeline, 31B, DEM 0923201312, and I will present my part. Indonesia is a country that faced many natural disasters because it occurred in the Pacific Ring of Fire and also has a tropical climate. The main disasters are earthquake, tsunami, volcanic eruption, flood, and landslide. One tragic example was in Aceh tsunami, which killed more than 116 people in Indonesia. The country also has more than 120 active volcanoes such as Mount Merapi and Mount Krakatoa. This eruption can destroy village and affect air travel, but at the same time, the volcanic soil is very fertile, which is why people still live near volcanoes. Floods are also a big problem, especially in the rainy season. Jakarta often suffers from flash flood that damage property and put people life at risk. Overall, natural disasters bring destruction, loss of life, and challenge to development in Indonesia, but they also show the importance of preparation and strong disaster management.
Hello everyone, my name is Surya Prisha Reno. I'm from batch 31B. Today, I will be talking about the story and impact of the 2004 Aceh tsunami. On the morning of 26 December 2004, a very strong undersea earthquake measuring between 9.1 and 9.3 struck off the coast of Sumatra, Indonesia. This powerful quake triggered a massive tsunami which became one of the deadliest natural disasters in modern history. The province of Aceh was the worst affected because it was so close to the epicenter. Within minutes, giant waves hit the coast. More than 170,000 people in Aceh lost their lives, entire towns were swept away, and critical infrastructure like schools, hospitals, and also roads were collapsed. Families were separated, and thousands of children were left without their parents. The tsunami also caused serious environmental damage. Mangrove forests, coral reefs, farms, and fisheries were destroyed. Survivors not only lost their loved ones but also their main sources of income. The impact was not limited in Indonesia. The waves spread across the Indian Ocean and reached over a dozen countries, including Malaysia. Although we were partly shielded by Sumatra, several states such as Penang, Kedah, Perak, and also Selangor were still affected. In Malaysia, 67 people were killed, more than 1,500 people lost their homes and their homes were damaged, and parts of our coastal ecosystem were also destroyed. This tragedy reminded us of how vulnerable coastal areas are and how one single disaster can bring widespread destruction across many countries. That's all from me. Thank you.
Good morning, sir. My name is Shamni. So I will talk about my part. After the disaster, Indonesia received massive international aid. Homes, schools, and hospitals were rebuilt, and medical teams and volunteers rushed to Aceh. The government also formed the Aceh Rehabilitation Agency to manage long-term recovery, and the tragedy even opened the way for peace in Aceh. Globally, the tsunami became a wake-up call. In 2006, the India Ocean Tsunami Warning System was created to give early alert for countries at risk. Malaysia, thought less affected, also improved its readiness, tsunami early warning system, and raising people awareness. Overall, the tsunami reshaped not only Indonesia but also how the whole region prepares for natural disaster. That's all from me, sir. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Sitina Fitri Zanbri. I'm from 31B and my ID card is DM0923301264. Now I'll continue my part, which is the factor of this case. Tectonic plate movement. The tsunami was triggered by a megathrust architect with a magnitude of 9.1 to 9.3 at the Sunda Trench. It happened when the Indo-Australian plate pushed under the Australian plate. Second, sea flow displacement. The architect caused the seabed to uplift by several meters, displacing a huge volume of water. This sudden movement from massive tsunami wave. 3. We have geographical factor. Malaysia's west coast faced the Indian Ocean, so states like Penang, Kedah and Perlis were directly exposed to the wave. And number 4, no early warning system. At the time, South Asia had no tsunami alert system, so people were unprepared and had no time to evacuate. And 5. Coastal feature. The coastal area were low-lying and flat, which allowed the tsunami wave to reach inland and cause more damage. And that's all from me. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Muhammad Izzasnawi Mubaharin. I'm from batch 51B and my course is at DEM. Today in my present, I'm going to talk about recommendation for the future planning Indonesia tsunami. Firstly, is a tsunami early warning system, which is a system meaning carrying deep sea monitoring and remain space and enabling rapid modeling of tsunami scenarios for better preparedness. Point number 2, real data sharings for fastest response and a good between local and national and international. Third point is a community-based warning system means to gain public awareness grounds and witness remain in emergency infrastructure and special planning. For second topic is international and regional cooperation. For first point is regional collaboration for strength and formalize Indonesian partnership in the Asian regions and Indian Ocean basin for tsunami detection, response and recovery. For second point is invest in regular technical training for disaster personnel through global partnership and international agency. And third point is institution system to learning from past global disaster and for prepare the Indonesian preparedness and community. From last topic for me is institutional strength and governance. For first point is improve coordinations means to establish more unified and faster and integrated disaster response structure from national to village level. Second point is define role and responsibilities among governments, institutions, military and local authorities during each disaster phase to be preparedness, response and recovery. For last point is sufficient budgeting for tsunami risk educations at government level.
Hi, my name is Ahmad Fiktisha bin Azani from 31B. Today I want to present about recommendation for the future planning natural disaster. My first point is disaster resilient infrastructure development. Building stronger buildings, roads and bridges that are earthquake, flood or storm resistant. Improving urban drainage system to reduce the risk of flash floods. And second point, community education and awareness. Conduct awareness campaigns or disaster preparedness. Train communities through emergency simulation such as fire, earthquake or flood drains. And lastly, coastal management and urban planning. Prohibit settlement development in high-risk coastal areas. Design green zones such as mangrove forests as natural protection from large wave. That's all for me. Thank you.
Good morning, sir. My name is Remsha. I'm from batch 31B. Today I'm going to present my part, that is conclusion. To conclude, the 2004 Aceh tsunami was one of the deadliest disasters in history. In just a few minutes, it destroyed homes, families and livelihoods. It also showed us that people were not ready or prepared for such a tragedy. But this disaster gave the world an important lesson: the need for proper disaster planning and work together. In the future, we should build stronger buildings, infrastructure, have a reliable early warning system, and manage coastal areas more carefully to reduce risk. It's also very important to educate communities so that people know how to act quickly when dangerous happens. We cannot stop natural disaster, but with preparation, awareness, and unity, we can reduce their damage and help people recover faster. So remember this: we can't stop disaster, but we can be ready. That's all for me, sir. Thank you.